What is going on, you raging lunatics? Ken Griffin from Citadel denied everything. We're going to talk about that for just a second. I'm going to show you the article. It just came out, and he says, "Oh, it's just ridiculous to think that a company that manages billions of dollars, nay, trillions of dollars in assets, would do anything unsavory. That would just be ridiculous, wouldn't it?" Anyway, so here's the thing. When you look at the charts, however, what you're looking at is everybody, I think, is starting to understand something big is getting ready to happen. The RSI has dipped so far down in the last 48 hours. It's looking like we are getting ready. And by the way, the price did not dip to the same extent. So we're looking at one of those moments where I get the sense and the feeling that Luna Classic is about to have a blast off, a little bit of a rocket ride, and it goes along with Citadel, and it goes along with Genesis. Genesis has not responded despite repeated specific requests and a judge stepping in. Now, this means that Genesis probably did it. Whatever it is, Genesis probably did it. So we're going to check that out. We're going to leave the price action first, and then we're going to wrap this up in a tight little bow and get ready for what I think is going to be a really good move. Now, first up, we're going to check the price out, and you guys can see that on the chart right here. So trading at 61.94. The 200 SMA was not held, and it looks like we're going bearish. Now, when you see that 50 crossover with the 200, then you're predicting that it's going to be a bearish indicator. And this is a 1 hour indicator telling me that in the shorter time frames, that we're probably crossing over into bearish territory. And as you go down, you probably get closer and further down into confirmation. When you get to the 4 hour, you look at, we're not even close to it though. Now, what is happening though is that in these lower time frames, look at this RSI coming down here. Look at this RSI coming so far down here on the 1 hour. That would signify a big move and a big reversal coming back, because during this period of time, we didn't get nearly the dump that you would have expected. One might expect to see a much bigger correction at that point. So I get the sense and the feeling that we're probably looking at a significant move getting ready to happen on this chart, and a lot of upside momentum. Now, where would it go? Well, we kind of zoom out here, and we're going to put this right here. We're going to say that, this is probably the best right about there. That's about the best we can hope for at this point. We're going to turn that green. We're going to make that our go line. Now, I would love to see more. I would love to see the capacity and the ability for more to happen, but we're going to need some clarity from Genesis. We're going to need something from Citadel in order to get that sense and that feeling. But here's the thing to remember. RSI, when the RSI and the signal line dip down this far, that usually means that a big move is getting prepared to come, right? You move down here. You see this over here. You got a little bit of chop here, but then boom, now you've got this big move. And as you go down here, you'll start to find that when those things happen, when you get these downward momentums like right here, boom, you get these big moves. So RSI is an indicator that we'll probably have a move back here with some upward sort of momentum. And we probably need to see at this point a reversal of trend. I think we've got the bottom, and I think that 8,000, 7,700 is probably going to be the new normal very shortly. So that's it's not great, but it's 15%. 15% is a pretty good number. Over on station, checking for governance, you've got nothing of merit here except enforce the minimum 5% validator commission so that people don't not charge anything, making it fair for everybody. Because what we're talking about right here, and guys, what you should consider here is that when you do this, what you're doing is you're giving somebody an opportunity to work for free. And when they work for free, do you know what they do? They do things they shouldn't do. They get more, they start to centralize. And what we're looking at is decentralization. So when you turn off your commission, you turn off your fees, then what you're doing is you're giving everybody an incentive to not invest with people who are charging the 5% validator commission. And then all of a sudden you get things where somebody has way too much control. And if we come over to staking and we start looking at the shares that people have in their staking, and we start looking at the people that we want to do delegations to, all node stake, et cetera, we start looking at those, and they have a huge staking pools. They have the gigantic control over this system. So let's stay away from that as best we can, as best we may. Price continuing a little bit of a downward trajectory right now. Again, 358 million. We started this at 750 million. So we certainly are down a little bit, but nothing's really changed fundamentally. We're just waiting for this to clear itself up. And this is the big one right here. Billionaire Ken Griffin, Citadel Securities, denies ridiculous claim that it tanked Duquan's Terraform. Citadel said the claims by Terraform was filed to deflect attention from its alleged charges. Right. But if we didn't do it, and if Duquan didn't do it, and there's still no proof that it was done by him. It's just the only proof that you have right now for Duquan is that he was irresponsible in not protecting your investment better. That's the crime for him until otherwise known. The U.S. SEC has charged Duquan with fraud, selling unregistered securities, selling unregistered securities-based swaps, and other related claims. But Citadel said in a court filing on Thursday that Terraform's claim that Citadel was behind its collapse is being used to deflect attention from its charges. To deflect attention from these allegations, Terraform uses a motion to compel to pursue a ridiculous conspiracy theory exposing the purportedly hidden role of Citadel Securities in its self-imposed disaster. We don't have any proof that it's a self-imposed disaster, and that's why don't trust Citadel. Remember, guys, I can't stress this enough. Robinhood 2021, Citadel is why Robinhood shut everything down when the short started happening. When the squeeze started happening on GameStop and AMC. Citadel Securities, that's the company that backs Robinhood. They're the ones that ceased trading. We learned that later on. Citadel was behind it, but Citadel's response was, "Oh no, we didn't do anything. We're good. We're innocent." They lied to you. They're lying to you probably again. The filing comes after Terraform filed a motion earlier this month alleging Citadel was behind the collapse, citing social media posts. However, Citadel said the social media sources of Terraform's claim, including an account of pseudonymous user Gigantic Rebirth, who said Griffin divulged his plan to depeg UST over nice bacon rib lunch, is absurd on its face. Well, that's where evidence starts. So, again, they denied everything with Robinhood, and were found that they did everything that was said with Robinhood. So, who's the liar in this? So, make it for what you want, but we're getting to the nitty gritty. And look, this doesn't affect Luna Classic directly. This affects it in a side reel sort of way. But as soon as we get clarity, and as soon as we get that Duquan is not the guilty party that everybody has tried to convince you that he is over this entire time, if that were to happen, that is incredibly bullish for Luna Classic, because what that means is the bad guy isn't who we thought it was. Now, you might say, well, that makes it a little bit scarier, right? Not exactly, because the situation is being fixed with our development team here improving the situation. And in fact, we just reversed and we're getting ready to start pumping right now. As a matter of fact, everything that we talked about so far, if you come look at it right now, we got a big green candle forming. So, guys, just be safe, be careful, and we'll talk to you again soon. This is not financial advice. My name's Believes. I'm always right. Don't let Ken Griffin come at you. Don't let Citadel get you. Don't let them shut down your trading on Robinhood, because they didn't really do it, but they did it, but they didn't really. It's not financial advice. My name's Believes. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again soon. Luna Classic, it's about to have a little